Hi, and welcome to The Gist. Thanks so much for listening today. We all know the power of good stories, and we humans seem wired to build our lives around them. Throughout our history, our species has relied on oral tradition to share information, pass down knowledge, and teach morality through myths and legends. And every day, each of us is writing our own stories. Our brains like to weave narratives out of daily events and fit them into a bigger storyline in an attempt to make sense of life. The trouble is, we also like stories to be tidy, for protagonists to solve their problems, for endings to offer a sense of closure. But the variability of real life means that many things remain unresolved. Facing this fact is difficult, but can be the basis of true resilience. Sitting with discomfort, with the confusion and gray areas of life, is what author and mindfulness teacher Pema Chodron calls learning to stay. She explains that we create our own misery by doing everything we can to avoid negative feelings. They make us restless, and sometimes lead us to hasty or ill-considered resolutions as relief. But by staying with negative emotions, by exercising patience during difficult situations, we can learn a tremendous amount about ourselves and others. We can come to accept that some situations can't ever be fully resolved, but can be managed as best we can with grace and wisdom. There may be other times when a clear solution is not immediately obvious, but reveals itself over time as circumstances unfold. By cultivating this type of staying power within ourselves, we're also more likely to give other people space and time to be with their thoughts and feelings as well, if they are working to resolve something in their own minds. Over time, we see that we indeed have the capacity, the grit, to handle uncertainty, to sit with the unknown. We realize that rarely does the sky fall, that we have the strength to deal with ups and downs, with chaos. Chodron refers to this as embracing groundlessness. As much as we would like to feel that the ground beneath us is always solid, in reality it's often shaky, making it hard for us to get a firm footing. Things are almost never as orderly as we would hope, and we sometimes have little control over how they will turn out. Even in this day and age, where we have more information at our fingertips than ever before, what we don't know remains vast and staggering. Despite our powerful and far-reaching technologies, the basic groundlessness of our existence hasn't really gone away, and it can only be grappled with by slowing down and developing a deep connection to it through self-inquiry. So as we all work with our own difficult emotions and circumstances, we can practice learning to stay, to not look for quick answers as relief. And as hard as it is, this staying power is what will ultimately see us through the tough times and perhaps lead to the clarity and the calm we seek. I'll give Pema Chodron the last word. She says, "The truth is that things don't really get resolved. They come together and they fall apart. Then they come together again and fall apart again. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all of this to happen. Room for grief, for relief, for misery, and for joy." On that note, wishing you a great week ahead, be well, and see you next time on The Gist.